All right, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to the Winner's Circle YouTube channel, LinkedIn page. As you know, our startup, the Winner's Circle, is very big on slow fashion. Un- Underneath that umbrella of slow fashion is made to order, right? And what is the difference between fast fashion and slow fashion? Well, just what the name implies. You have fast fashion, which is like um, bad stuff out, carbon dioxide out, carbon dioxide out, right? Um, I gotta stop saying Bear with me here. CO2. What fast fashion does is you have the mass production of articles of clothing, right? And what that does is that runs the factories all night, all day, right? Carbon dioxide, right? CO2. And then you have the excess, the waste, the stuff that's not sold, the item of clothing that's not sold, right? So they either have to recycle it or destroy it. And that creates additional carbon dioxide. That creates more waste. So what we are going to do today is we are going to create a method to show you the difference between, well, we're going to create a method to show you how many made to order polo shirts it will take to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions. Okay, so right now we're like in a tug of war, right? Because we got fast fashion blowing up carbon dioxide all over the planet, and then we're gonna have slow fashion made to order, reducing, literally reducing what they create, not contributing to it, but reducing. And so I was thinking about ways to demonstrate that. And I realized a lot of people are visual learners. They're not imaginative learners, they're visual learners. So I thought, what could I do? What could I do to demonstrate to you guys the benefits of my startup? Because a lot of celebration, a lot of bragging is going around about all these startups raising millions and millions of dollars. But at the end of the day, that's worthless if there's not an environment to sustain that company, right? That's worthless if there's not an environment to sustain that company. One thing we can predict is that remote work will become the norm. Remote work will become the norm just out of necessity. But I really want to draw more attention. So, this is also part of my marketing outreach. I want to draw more attention and also attract startup investment in what I'm doing. Because what I'm doing is going to save the world, it's going to save lives. At least it'll bring attention, social proof, proof of concept, whatever you want to call it, right? It'll provide enough evidence for maybe someone else, but I would like it to be me to really show you that our planet is in trouble and I have a way we can aid in recovery. All right. So, what you see before you is basically Visual Studio, simple boiler point code, simple boiler point. you know, JavaScript style sheet basically that's blank. But this is simple HTML boilerplate code. And so what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be making a carbon reduction calculator. Okay. What I'm going to create is I'm going to create a way for you to see if you order this many made to order polo shirts, what effect does that have in reducing the carbon footprint? Right now, the carbon footprint globally is 420 parts per minute. So it's 400 CO2 parts per minute. Okay. That's the global estimate of it every year. Okay. And so just think of it as compounding every year, every year, every year. So we need to um, reduce that 420 parts per minute, okay, of carbon in the atmosphere, of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, okay? And so this is how we're going to do it. We're going to use something very simple. As a jam stacker, we like to do things very simple, okay? And so I said, let me work on building a calculator. I think you'll get the idea in a minute. So I have my base code. I have my boilerplate code. I have my Visual Studio set up. For security reasons, I'm not going to actually show you the lines of code as I create them, but you'll see the updates in a minute. What we're going to do is we're going to switch over to this screen. We're going to, excuse me, we're going to switch over to this screen. Now, this screen right here is the output screen. It's the local host, okay? So just to show you guys that I actually do code, you're going to see in the local host, I'm just going to do a real quick paragraph tag. Something simple, right? And we're just going to use the basic hello world. We're going to start with the basics, okay? So you see that right there, hello world. Okay, now you'll see this thing develop as I work on it. Give me some time. I'm kind of new to this. I kind of code a little bit slow, but you'll see it. It's going to appear over here. All right. So let me get to work. Here we go. Let's get to work. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Let's see here. And so what I wanted to do is just create something so that you can think about, I need to order 12 shirts. I need to order this many shirts, 15 shirts, 20 shirts, and see the reduction it has in the atmosphere. Not the contribution, because all fast fashion does is contribute. It does not take away. We actually take away. Let's see here. Okay, so all right, let's see what we got here. So I got my bowler point. Okay, so we're going to start with the first line of code as we build this for you guys. We're going to start with the first line of code. And we got that. Let's see how that looks. Okay. So that's just a basic heading and simple tag. It took me long enough to type it up. It's a basic tag though. Uh-oh, what did I just do? Dang on it. I'm always doing something. Oh man, what did I just do? I don't know. I did something. What did I just do? Okay, let me see here. What do I gotta do next? Okay, I gotta change something. Oh no. Is this the right? Okay, I hope this is the right file. If not, we're gonna have a problem. We'll see. We'll see in a minute. I hope this is the right file. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So right now, like I said, I'm just inputting in the HTML. There's no styling done yet. Just the HTML. There's no styling done yet. That comes later. That comes much later. I really gotta get my other monitor to work. This ain't gonna do it for me much longer. Okay, so here. Okay. So you got that. Okay, what's next? Okay, all right. Let's see here. That should be the next one. Okay, that should be the next one. All right, let's see what we got here so far. Okay, so right now I've put up the basics of my counter. Okay, it's simple heading. Current CO₂ parts per minute is 420 parts per minute. And then estimated CO₂ parts per minute removed is 0, right? So now I got to build the other functional part, which is going to be kind of difficult. I don't know. You give me some time here. This is going to be kind of difficult because I have it in my mind. I got to figure out how to do this. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So let's see. We got that. Huh. Oh, that's not right. Is that right? I can't even tell if that's right or not. It looks right. Let's see here. I usually like to use CodePen for this, but it's okay. Let's see if this is right. Maybe one of you guys can buy me one of those cool vertical screens. Okay, and so we got the quantity of shirts, and of course nothing happens because we haven't applied any JavaScript code yet, but we're gonna get there. So what's gonna happen is when you put in the quantity of shirts, like 12, it'll show you the amount of CO₂ removed from the current CO₂ removal. If you were to buy 12 shirts, that's how much CO₂ you would be removing. Okay. So let me go on and finish this up here. All right. So now we got to write, let's see. Well, the rest of this you're not going to see. Well, okay, I got to write the JavaScript next. So next we got to write the JavaScript for that function to happen. So let me do that. You're not going to see this part. I don't really want to show the code that I'm using for security purposes, but you guys get the idea in the moment. Woo, I don't know why I'm so tired lately. Jeez. I must be going through something because I'm super duper tired lately. I don't know why. Okay, so let's see. I'm working on that part, and then like I said, most of this you won't see. What's that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't want it in there though. I know I need this, and I need this. I don't want to use that. I need this, I need that. Okay. And the hardest thing is really like linking these files up. That's like the hardest thing for me. I really find that to be the hardest thing. I think that works. Let me see. Does that work? Okay. That works. Well, it didn't really do anything. Okay. So I think we got something here. So let's see if my script works. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So This is it. This is the basic outline of the counter, CO2 reduction counter. Woo! That took a lot out of me, guys. I'm probably going to stop here. I'm probably going to stop here. I wanted to just, show you guys how I make it, but I'm going to have to do it like a cooking show and show you the final product later. That took a lot out of me, bro. That JavaScript. Look at that JavaScript. Ooh, took a lot out of me. So anyway, good news is it works. It's basically just a calculator. So let's say you want to see, like, if you were to order 12 made to order polo shirts, right? You put in 12. That's how much you're going to get. That's how much CO2 you're going to remove, and it takes away from the parts per minute. Unfortunately, I'm not that good at the other part I want to do, which is making this stay. And so what I wanted to really do, and that's what I got to work on, and I don't think I'm going to waste you guys time watching me figure out how to do it. But when you order the shirt, when you put in this quantity, right? Let's say I say 12 shirts, and then you hit the stripe button, this quantity is transferred over to the Stripe checkout so that you get the exact quantity. And then this CO2, it'll change so that as more people come in and they keep ordering 12 and they keep ordering 12. So let's say 12 times 5 is 60. So, so you'll see the current CO2 parts per minute reduce as the quantity of shirts grow and grow. So that's what I ultimately wanted to do, and that's what I'm going to work on later on tonight. I'm not going to keep you guys, not going to hold you guys, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys what I'm working on and show you the process of me building something for this project, for this startup, and that I think is going to be very beneficial in my marketing. As you know, for part of my marketing, I've adopted the whole net zero 2050, and I adopted the whole sustainable fashion and all that good stuff. Okay, so let me see if I can. I haven't done any styling yet, and I still got to do styling. And I just, oh God, like, I really want someone who's really good at Cascade styling sheets to come and help me, because I'm just not that good at styling. I can do it, but the way that I'm building, I'm not building as a UX designer with. So if I was to spend time in Figma, that would take forever, So I'm not able to. So I'm just doing like really super duper lean. Like, really, right now, this is it. I would just give you this and maybe something else that I've been working on the side. I kind of been working on something on the side. I don't know if I would throw it in there or not. Let me show you what I've been working on the side. Let's just see how this looks. Let me show you what I've been working on the side. I kind of already showed you this as a it's something I've already completed. So bear with me. It's something that I've already completed, and I'm still working on it. It's not finished yet. But let me show you on the side. So this is not something that's going to happen in the next couple of hours or the next couple of days. But the good news is I'm going to show you guys a process. I think people want to see a process. So I'm going to show you the process. Where is it at here? Let's see. This is something that I've been working on. If I can find it, I got so many files in here. Let me see. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Okay. I gotta find it. Give me 1 second. It's in here somewhere. Oh, okay. There we go. Let's see. Is this it? I don't even know. Let's see here. Okay, this is it. Okay, great. Okay. So this is something that I've already done. And I kind of already finished this already. But let me give you an idea of how this works. And we can get an idea of how this works. Let's see here. That's the div. I don't know why this kind of makes me so nervous. I guess doing this in front of people makes me nervous for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. So I think my body and my div tag is wrong. Body. Okay, my div tag looks right. Okay. So if my div tag is right, that's the body. Then what I would want to do is I would want to go and put this here. So this is actually some code that I already wrote that I'm just copying and pasting. Ooh, that don't look like it came out too well. Let's see what happened here. That don't look like it came out too well. Yeah, that didn't come out too well. What is this? I don't even know what this is. But it didn't look like it came out. It didn't look like it came out too well. Let me tell you though, this is like the fun part of this. The fun part is like trying to manipulate this shit. Like that's the fun part. The fun part is like trying to manipulate this shit. Everything else is just boring. Nah. What's going on? Why is it doing? I really got to watch that Visual Studio video. I really do. Why do I got? Why do I got two body tags? My code is so sloppy. Okay, let's try it again. Let's see what happens. See, still nothing. Okay, now I don't know why it's doing this. I guess it's not okay. So it's not styled. Okay, so let me go and put the style into it because I kind of already styled this a little bit. What is going on? What is this? We're supposed to open the folder. Why did it just give me? We're gonna open the folder. That's weird. It's doing something. I don't know. Sometimes it does some stuff I don't even understand what's going on. Why does it do me like this? Let me try again. Hold on a minute. Let me close this out. I don't know what's going on. Some people can do this like a long time and they don't mind the dead air, but I do. I mind the dead air. I don't like the dead air, as we call it. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me see here. Okay, so yeah, it should have opened up the whole thing, but it only gave me one. Okay, now it's working. Okay, that's weird. It only gave me one file last time. Maybe that's why it's not working. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. And like I said before, this code was already wrote. I already wrote this code, so I'm not going to fudge about that. So this code is already. This is something I already done. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So basically, like what I wanted to do is like, you know, I made these I'm gonna call them components, sales components. Okay. what I did was I use Stripe. I love Stripe. Shout out Stripe. But the problem is that Stripe doesn't have uh video video component. It's all photo, and it's actually just a little photo that you put in when you make your product box. And that photo is just, video is so much. Video is like, what is video conversion? I don't know. Video conversion is like 80%. uh Video conversion in sales, what percentage? What percentage of video conversion in sales is 80%. 80%. Incorporating video on landing pages can increase conversion by 80%. Okay. Um, so okay. Damn, I need to really send out video next time. Video to photo. Photo conversion in sales is what percent? Okay, so Stripe needs to pay attention to this. You can send me my consultation fee. Okay. Yeah. So photo conversion is 40%. Multiple images is 58%. Blah 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 blah. But video is product video is 114%. 144% conversion. Product pages is 84%. So 80% across the board. So it just, video just knocks it out the box. Video just knocks it out the box. Unfortunately, because it's local, the videos they play. They just don't play here because it's local. But what I'm going to do is, this is what I really wanted to do, right? So how does this work? Okay. It's a video in these components, and then you come down here and you buy. Don't pay attention to this stuff. This is just dummy data. Because like I said, I just finished this code. Like I had to put this, I put this together. It was crazy hard. I don't know. I really don't like the layout, but it works really good on mobile. It works really good on mobile. Like it works really good on mobile this way. And since most people are going to be using their mobile phone, let me show you. Let me show you how it looks on mobile. Since most people are going to be using mobile phone. Oh, it won't even show me. Okay, maybe. Okay. All right. So it won't show me. Okay. So what, I got to get the thing on my phone that lets me. Anyway, how this works is part of my marketing campaign was to convince people about how buying my polo shirts, buying my made to order polo shirts, and eventually we're going to be making them out of Monero wool. So that's going to even, so we'll make them out of Monero wool. So that's where the reduction really comes in, because cotton is also another problem. Natural wool is different. The harvesting and refining of wool is different than cotton. And I'm going to share that other project with you, like my dream project, like my 10-year plan is this big project called How These Sheep Would Keep You Awake. So anyway, but what's going to happen is part of my marketing plan, because I just wasn't feeling the love on LinkedIn. I just wasn't feeling the love on LinkedIn. I've been posting hard on LinkedIn twice a day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day since January. I could show you better than I could tell you. Just not getting the engagement, not getting the likes, not getting anything. So that's actually why I'm doing this video right now. I hope it even loads, because it's very, very long. So I'll probably have to figure out how to put it in it. But what was happening was I wasn't getting no engagement. And I was thinking to myself, maybe I'm not talking about anything interesting. I said, what would be interesting? What could people not contact me about? What could people not engage with me about? The planet, the climate, changing that, right? Everybody's talking about net zero 2050 and all these ideals, but they're really missing the minutiae of it all, right? They're really missing it. And the thing about it is that fashion, if you think about the increase of the population, which the birth rate affects, and then that's more clothes having to be made and more clothes, and then the weather's changing already, so you got more clothes having to be made based on the changing of the seasons, being a hot, cold, or wet. Because you're only going to have 3 seasons. You're going to have hot, cold, or wet, right? One of those 3 seasons, different clothes being made, more people, more clothes. Fashion is being overlooked right now. And if things don't change dramatically, it's going to be a problem. And I want to make revenue. I want to sell you guys polo shirts and other articles of clothing made out of Monero wool. But I started with the shirts because that's what we do, the polo shirts. We have them in women's and we have them in men's. And maybe I'll just feature the woman on here, right? Maybe ultimately I'll just put her photo here and it just look like it's women, but I don't know. I don't want to make people think it's just for women, but we do have men's. But I guess I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out later, right? Because I got to try something. But what ultimately I was going to be doing was marketing how my startup, if you get behind my startup, it supports saving the planet. It supports holding back these tipping points. And honestly, my studies have shown that these tipping points cannot be stopped. They're going to be incursions, but we can hold them back. And if we hold them back long enough, even though they're going to be incursions, maybe not, 2030, we can hold it back to 2070, we can hold it back to 21, we can hold it back to 2150. The longer we can hold it back, the more we can reduce the temperature of the planet so that when it does finally encourage, it won't be an irreversible effect. Because right now, if the first incursion happens, it's literally an irreversible effect. Okay, we have to just adapt to the consequences. That's it. There's no fixing it, right? So I said, I wanted to show people that it's not just about buying a polo shirt. It's not just about buying clothing. It's about saving the planet. It's about saving our ecosystem, right? And I said, what would people like to see? So you guys can give me feedback on this and everything. I'm not going to style it right now because I'm hoping somebody who's a CSS guru reaches out to me and shares with me a really cool layout code, or someone who's really good graphically, a UI person reaches out to me and shares me some. So I'm not gonna do a sham thing and say I'm styling it, right? I coded it, I got the JavaScript to work. That was good enough. I can create these. I can create things. I can create little things. I made these stripe components, which work, by the way. So if you click on the buy button, I make these stripe components, which work, by the way. So if you click on the buy button, it takes you to. Let me see. Yeah, okay, you can see it. Okay, good. Yeah, so if you click on the buy button, it takes you to, yeah, all right, it takes you to the stripe. All right. So again, it works good. I put this together. I think it's really cool. I think I'm actually going to sell this code for this type of components. I'm actually going to sell this to people. And it's pretty simple to set up. I haven't figured out that part. I might just sell it as a raw component, or I might build a back into it where basically, you put in your YouTube short embed code, and then everything else is done for you. So it's like, I really don't want to call it a SAS, but it would be something simple to implement into your website. Don't want to make it too complicated for me, but it's going to be available soon on my indie store that I'm also developing. So look for it soon on my indie page. Now, what happens is you come here and hopefully my sales funnel brings you here and you're like, well, I want to help the planet, I want to contribute. How many shirts do I have to buy? What effect of the amount of shirts I sell? What is the effect on the amount of shirts I buy? What is the effect? And so you would say, let me see if I buy one shirt. No effect. Two shirts. Okay, a little effect. Three shirts, a little effect. Same effect. Four shirts, same effect. Five shirts, same effect. Six shirts, seven shirts, eight shirts, nine shirts, 10 shirts. Oh, different effect. 9, 10. Oh no. 9, 10. Different effect. 8. Okay, so 9. Okay, so 10 is a different effect. Okay. 11, different effect. 12, different effect, right? 20, maybe I'll buy 20 shirts. Significant effect. You start to get the idea here. If enough people buy 20 shirts, right? I'll show you how this, I'll show you real quick the simple way, the Jamstack way, and then the way that I really want it to work. It will work that way. I just got to brush up on database and different things, but I can figure it out. I just like to move forward because for me, figuring out the way that I want it to work is going to probably take me another 3 weeks. But let's just say, let's say 100 people buy 20 shirts each, right? So 100 people buy 20 shirts from me, buy 20 polo shirts, right? 100 people buy 20 polo shirts each. That's 2,000 polo shirts, right? So we type in 2,000. 1, 2, 3. See? That's the significant amount of change. Now we go a little bit further than that. Let's say 20 polo shirts. Let's say 1 million people buy 20 polo shirts from me. Right? 1 million people. That's 20 million polo shirts, right? And then again, you will see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Now you start to see the numbers. This number right here, the closer it gets to a whole one, we take away a whole one. We win. And maybe as just a game, a curiosity to create stickiness, you're free to play around with this counter because it's very accurate. It's a little fraction off, but it's very, very accurate. And you will play around with it. You'll figure out how many polo shirts I actually have to sell in a year where I can literally take over this. You can buy enough polo shirts from me that if everyone else stopped, I would make a significant dent in the current CO₂. If you stop with the fast fashion and if enough people brought their polo shirts from me and laid off the fast fashion, it would make a significant dent. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It really isn't. So, and I'm thinking about also making this available to other startups or anyone who has a physical product that requires manufacturing so that you can show people, like Google Flights. That's what inspired me to do it. Google Flights, when you look at the flight, it shows you the different flights you can take and what their carbon footprint is. Now, I don't know why that matters, but I thought that was cool that Google was showing you the carbon impact of you taking this flight versus another flight if you wanted to help the planet. But the thing is, I don't know why that matters because some people are still going to be on a schedule where they have no choice but to take the flight that they have to take, whether it's more carbon impact or not, right? So this is what I got so far, and these work. I'm going to put it up in a moment. I should put it up right now for you guys. Let me let me put it up over here. Let me see. Hold on. First, let me go back over here. Let me save it because it actually looks really good. Let me save it. It actually looks really good. Okay, so let me save it so I can put it up for you guys. I still gotta fix some things though, but okay. So we save that. Okay. So let me go ahead and launch this. Give me 1 second here. I'm not going to show you everything because I got to go into my GitHub. And that's why I don't really want to. Let me think. It's not a big deal. Well, let me see. Let me think. I should put the new videos in. I gotta update some stuff first. I'm not gonna launch it yet. I'm not gonna launch it yet because I gotta update some stuff. I gotta think about what products I'm gonna put in there. I gotta fix this negative space. I just wanted you guys to see it how it really works. Actually, no, actually, you know what? Actually, I can show you how it really works because I actually have it. I actually have it working. I actually have it working. So I can actually show you guys how it really, well, what it really looks like when it's on. For some reason, the videos don't bounce back. They used to, but now lately, I guess it's like a bandwidth thing, so it doesn't bounce back to me locally. But I can show you. I can show you. Like I said before, I already had set this up. I pre-coded this already. It's what I've been working on all week when I'm not setting up pitch decks. Let's see here. Where's it at? Okay, here we go. Yeah. So this is it right here. Okay. So as you can see, this is it right here. And if you hit this, right, it plays the video. You know, it's some sound. I don't think it's any sound, but I don't think there's any music with it. But you get the idea. You see me moving around. Oh wow, I want to buy it. I want to buy it. And then you click on it, and you can go and it takes you over here. And so I gotta fix that part. That part works. As you can see, it takes you over there. So that part works. And so that's what we got. So it does function. It does work very well. I move slow. The guy that does this, he makes this go so fast. Like he's doing a bunch of stuff, and I just can't do it and talk to you guys because I get really into it, and I'll be like, I don't know if you guys really want to watch me do it, but if you do, let me know. I'll sit here for 3 or 4 hours. Really, I sit here for like 12, 15 hours, but anyway. Okay. So that's what we got so far. Okay. So yeah, so let me go and do the next thing that I have to do because I think okay. Well, that's what it is though. Just imagine what I showed you guys. And people would come and they would know how many shirts to order to affect or what order they make, the effect it won't have, right? So that's how it works. That's pretty much what the calculator is supposed to do. All right. So that's all I got for today. Um, I put that together really good, I think. I don't know. Normally, like I said, how I really want it to work, this is what I'm having the learning curve of, is that when you put the number in here, right, and then you go here and you go to buy, it carries that quantity over to this page. I'm so tired. It carries that quantity over so that the quantity is already inputted for you. You know, that's what I'm ultimately trying to get it to do. I'm ultimately trying to get it to carry the quantity over for you. So I put in 12, it should update it. And there is a way to do it, but I haven't been able to figure it out yet. I've been trying different ways to do it. Um, so, but it should carry over the quantity. So the quantity stays locked in. And then I know I have to build a database. I don't think I have to build a database. I probably can use Firestore. That's normally what I use. I can probably use Firestore. But ultimately, what happens is then when the shirts are purchased, the webhook will return to this part right here, and then it would stay like this. So the next person comes, and then it would just deduct from this number. It won't always go back to a reset like it does right now. You know, so I'm thinking about ways to do that too. Um, so it's kind of complicated, and like I said, I'm pretty much I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it with JavaScript, and I can probably get the webhook part to work, but the other part is the carryover of the quantity. That's what I'm having problems with. So maybe I'll try to reach out to somebody on Reddit or something like that, or I can get some help. If you guys know how to do that, let me know. Let me know if you can sit down and talk and you can walk me through it, or just hit me with that line of script real quick, where the quantity that's inputted here, when they click the buy button, it stays and goes to Stripe, and it stays at that quantity that they inputted here. And then after they purchase on Stripe, it recalls the amount removed and updates the counter accordingly. So that was a tongueful. That was a tongue twister. All right, let me get out of here. I'm about to go make some dinner and have a good night and relax. Whew. It's Tuesday. I got one more day of work. My work day is only like 3.5 days. I work a half a day Sunday. I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I take Thursday, Friday, Saturday off, and half of Sunday. And I'm about to wind down for the rest of the year. It's almost October. So I like to end all my work in October. I like to end all my work in September. I did it last year. It was really great. So I like to end all my work in October. I like to end all my work at the end of September and then have October, November, December off. Come back next year fresh. Because like I said, I've been working on this 9 months. Haven't raised any money yet. I had a couple of meetings. Thank you, everyone who took a meeting with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have something really cool to show you if we're doing a follow-up meeting. But hey, show me some engagement, comment, like, subscribe, follow me, send me a connection request. If you're an investor, take a meeting with me. Just let me practice pitching. Give me some feedback, something. I said to myself, if I'm going to be ignored for being boring, I can accept that. But what can I do that people won't be able to ignore me on? And I said, talking about my business, helping the planet, being about climate, and all these other good things. I can't be ignored by that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense that I would be ignored if I'm talking about saving our planet and having a solution to discuss. It's not just about talking about it, right? I have a solution. A lot of these companies, they don't even have a solution yet. They've made economic pledges and they have money on deck and things like that, but they don't have a solution. All right. So that's the thing. I have a solution. All right. So, and again, for those of you that don't think I'm a jam stacker, this is my net. Am I saying this right? Net Lifey account. And you can see my products, my projects here. Working on different stuff. This is a website for a friend. This is some other stuff. This is some other stuff. This is some other stuff. This I should really put out there. That would be pretty cool if I can get that out there. So, so I've been going really good, This is some other stuff. Yeah. So, all right, guys, let me get out of here. I'm gonna work on this project some more, and maybe I'll work on it some more this weekend, and I'll show you the newest update. I might do it like a cooking show where I just like, we do the recipes and then we take a break, we put it in the oven, and we come back and voila, this is the final thing. Maybe I should do something like that. I'm not really comfortable with you guys watching me code only because I don't know what I should and shouldn't show you, and I'm working with Stripe and everything. That's why I can't show you anything because I'm working with Stripe stuff. So, but I will show you, as much past stuff as I can. And I don't want to exploit my website by showing you JavaScript code that people can exploit and take advantage of and mess everything up. So, yeah, I do know about that. So, I'm going to keep it simple. But this is what I got so far. What do you guys think? I don't see how all these people that are raising money and got startups, and they're doing cool stuff, but none of it is about saving the planet. None of it is about helping the planet survive, improving the climate conditions, reducing the climate conditions, keeping the emissions level down, lowering the temperature of the planet. I've seen no startups doing this, and the amount of money that they're raising, it's absurd to think that you can really enjoy the wealth you're going to create if your environment, if your biosphere is destroyed. If the biosphere is destroyed irreparably and it's damaged beyond repair, inflation can't be quelled. And all that wealth you created, it literally looks like working in San Francisco and making $400,000 a year, where it's really only worth $45,000 a year. That's just gonna happen. So, I'm out here raising money for my startup. We are pre-seed to seed, depending on how much I raise. Obviously, pre-seed 100,000, seed I want to raise 3 million. So around there, I want to raise funds. This is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. I've been working and building myself up to become a technical founder for the last year, and I've done pretty well. So this is a no-brainer. Let's get a deal going. Let's get a deal going. I don't want to have to play hardball, but maybe next video I'll show you guys my fundraising progress. But I kind of see that everyone has the same fundraising problem. So this is just me trying to solve my fundraising problem. So hey, all right. So let me get out of here. I'm going to, maybe after I eat tonight, I will put this up and let you guys play around with it. I'm thinking about that. I just kind of the perfectionist in me is coming back, and but I might just throw two products in there, men's polo, women's polo, kill this nigga to space with some stuff and call it a day. I might just do that. Or maybe what I'll do is I'll make the women's polo over here stuff like a waiting list, and then I'll put the men's polo and I'll put some pants. Because actually Wednesday I'm dropping swimming trunks, made to order swimming trunks. Yeah, we got made to order everything. We got made to order pants, made to order swimming trunks. You want socks, you want underwear, you want boxes, you want undershirts. We do it all. We do it all made to order. We got an app that's going to take your measurements, and that's it. It's a no-brainer. Like, I even have an app. I even have an app that would take your measurements and let you have custom sized clothing. It's a no-brainer. I just don't understand. All right, let me get out of here. I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial of me messing around. All right, talk to you guys later. Peace.